in here. We're here. Apologize for yesterday. Life happened. Was tired. And I was like, we ain't gonna make it. But we're here today. How are you, Jamie?
I am present in this now. Again, creating
That's
my
good. That's good.
outfit.
Hey, you create beautiful work.
Thank
You
you.
create beautiful work. You guys, if you ever look at the comments, she always puts her work in the comments afterwards. It's beautiful work.
Well,
So
at
I
least
do
last
want to thank
time.
you again. Huh?
I said at least last time. Yes, and thank you too.
Thank you again for joining. So we are on what? I guess we're on day 7 because we missed a couple days. It's supposed to be
Yeah.
day 9. Oh well, we'll make up. Um, but of the block removal, positive energy flow, and we left off. I was asking if anybody have started doing their clearing of their homes or any other, or clearing of their people, clearing of the energy, turning it around. Have you started doing any of that? Jamie, oh, I know Jamie's doing it. Are you doing that, Jamie?
I am again working through the bitter pill that we have to swallow sometimes in life. Um, this morning was a harder day for whatever reason. Waterworks
Happens.
reality. Yeah, yeah. So I got up and it was still dark of morning, I call it, when it's nighttime in the daytime. And I just started, crafting in my little lab again. And that gave me busy time and, reflecting on things, giving thanks through the tears, thinking, as I'm thinking the sad thoughts, I strove to back it up with a joyful thought.
Right.
Um, just holding my peace and in this mode, create, build, feeling torn down. If I build something, then I feel more constructive.
See, that's what we were talking about. Ways to release blocks. One of yours is what? Creating, right?
Yes.
And like I said, she makes some beautiful work. Do you find that your work is better when you are trying to remove a block, or is it better when you already know what you're trying to do? You understand what I'm saying? So it seems
Um,
like
yes, I do.
some people can create when they're under pressure better than they can create when they already know exactly what they want or what that person wants and they have it in their mind.
Right. Like if most of my orders are custom orders, like someone will call me and say, I want this stone, this shape, you
Uh-huh.
know, and then I'll make it. And they're, I mean, everything they manifest based on the people. Because when I'm doing it for people, I put the energy of people in. Now I'm just being creative, just get something going, and see what comes out of it. What does the wire say? Wire said, "Take me and spin me." Thought I was going to watch a program, a TV program, but that didn't happen. And so I came back to the wire set and just,
Uh-huh.
toy with it, toy with it.
Hey, Miss Angel.
Yeah, so striving to stay encouraged, on top of a heavy heart.
That's true. I've been into the book, you guys, the spirituality of success. And
Okay.
one thing I came across, it says, know that as you seek to do new things, there will be resistances, and it's normal. You are normal. There's nothing wrong with you. Life is all about self transformation, not condemnation. We are we are an adaptable species. We are changeable, and I don't know about you guys, but I know when it comes to change, woo, that's my biggest block. I don't like change. However, I have to learn how to embrace change. And the reason why is because that's energy. That's what I have to do. Energy has to move. If I don't embrace change, that means that energy is staying stagnant. I'm staying still and I'm staying stuck where I am. I can't progress. So that's one of the blocks I had to learn how to combat. Now I want to explain how. I hear this all the time. How do you get those negative thoughts to not come up in your mind? How do you don't? Simple as that. You are not a robot. You cannot program yourself to not think negative. It's going to happen. What it is you have to stand in the knowing that your positive is what's going to transpire.
That's right.
When we get stuck, it's because we're stuck in that, if something negative happens and it transpires and we feel that and we do not release that feeling of it, then it's almost like a drug. You want to feel it again. Why don't you want to feel happiness again? And in your mind, you think that bad things happen before good things happen, but it's equal. It's a balance. It's actually balance. It's equal. You may experience more bad because you are feeling more bad. You're taking that feeling on.
That's right.
That's really on you at that point. So, hey. Is on there with me. Hi. Well, you got some people coming. So yeah, that's as simple as that. How do you get negative thoughts to not come in? You don't. You just stand in. Hey, Mr. Samba, you just stand in knowing that you're staying in knowing that what you expect, the goodness, the good that you expect is coming out.
That's right. Yes.
I've been telling you all the time. I can have my mind set on something. I'm manifesting something in my mind, right? And in my mind, I'm like, yeah, it's not going to happen. It happens. I'm going to tell you, it's not one of those, I'm not all, how do I say it? I'm not all rainbows and sparkles all the time. You know what I'm saying? Things happen. Life happens. But it's my job to bring me out of that misery, because once I align myself with that misery, that's all I seem to experience. And that's what I'm trying to get through, is it's up to us to change our mindset so that we can experience difference. We could change the feelings of something. Somebody could lie to us and either it could make us feel real bad or we don't care at all. But it's up to us on how we're going to feel about it.
That's right. I agree with that 100%, Sabian. I receive it, because dealing with my feelings today, I'm trying to be naked with the people, not naked in terms of clothing, naked in terms of what I'm going through. Right. To share with others who have gone through this or will go through this,
Right.
what this transition is like, what each step. And when I put a post up today, it wasn't for sympathy, though I appreciated the thoughts, people share it, and I said, okay, there's a yin and a yang with the sharing of this, but my purpose in doing it was just for the as you said, transparency, just to be naked in myself, that everything isn't perfect, and every day it ain't roses and sunshine. I'm just working through it. I cannot change what has happened in this situation, circumstance, and have gone through a complete change that takes some adjusting still.
Right.
And you just gotta, I'm doing something instead of nothing. I mean, I guess I could have been just laying in there and just so miserable, floating in that whole, whoa. But at the same time, I feel the sorrow. I like I said, I chase it like a strong drink. I chase it with,
right, like a drug, right?
Right. I chase it with a good thought, a positive thought, and something that I'm thankful for.
These are rainbows and unicorns, exactly.
Yeah. 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 And understand that it is okay. I may be trying to rush myself, but I'm not really. I'm trying to tell myself to come out of that physical attachment and go into the zero zone. You know where
And you know what? But
we're
then that's a mindset. That's actually like they're saying here. It's a not really a new experience, but it's a conscious new experience for you. So now you're consciously stepping into this. Okay, I understand that the physical is not here, but I also understand I feel spirits all the time, and it's almost like it's a new experience for you.
like that. It's over. You know that time is over here. It's over here, and but I'm still here, and that
Mhm.
means I still have work to do, even though my everything changed.
Right.
There's still I didn't go. You know what I mean? So yeah, I got to keep going. I
Embracing the change. Right.
what's next for me? All right. Well, I know what something I can do, so I do what I can do when I don't know what to do. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm procrastinating about what to do. Like today, I needed to get out, but I didn't get out, but I stayed in and had fun creating.
And that's key. That's key. That's key. I mean, you didn't sit there and you didn't wallow in your misery of you still created. So you still moved energy. You know what I'm saying? You created something with that. And that to me is that's important. Moving because that's energy. That's of
Yeah,
course it creates energy as well. I mean, it gets energy to moving. That's what I want to say. When you're
yeah,
moving,
yeah.
um, think about it. Like if you're sick and you, I don't even know if I said this before, but I was thinking about this the other day when this was some years ago, and I was in the hospital and I was going through some things mentally in a relationship, all this other stuff. But regardless of that, I was in a hospital and they kept me in the hospital sick. And I'm laying in the bed and the doctor comes in here and he looks at me, he's like, get up. And I looked at him like, what? I'm sick. I'm in the
Yeah.
hospital. He said, get up. Why are you're just laying there? You're not gonna do nothing? The doctor said that to me. And when I thought about it, yeah, I had to get up. When I got up, I took a shower, I got dressed. I felt totally different. In my mind, now I'm in a hospital, they're gonna put something in my IV and make me feel better. No, that wasn't making me feel better. What made me feel better is when I got up and I did something for myself.
Good.
And I'm not saying that's for everybody, and everybody is different. Everybody, you have to move on your own pace. I can't look at Jamie and say, hey, I should be where she is, because I will get to where I might even surpass where she is, and I might have surpassed where she is in her mind already. And what we do is we measure what we feel about ourselves against what we think about others.
Hmm.
And then now think about, I
What's
don't
the
know what
story?
Jamie really thinks about herself. I don't know how she feels about herself, but I could be thinking, putting Jamie up on this pedestal, and Jamie could be super depressed, going through a whole bunch of stuff. You never know what somebody else is going to. And if you're comparing yourself to that, you're losing right there. I mean, the main thing to do, instead of comparing yourself to others, compare yourself to where you were 5 minutes
Yeah.
ago. Compare yourself to where you were yesterday. Because that's the whole goal, is to be a better you, not be a better you for somebody else. Because once you're a better you for somebody else is going to come
Yeah.
altogether. I mean, the people around you will change, because how you think about yourself is what you're going to get back. So thank you. Thank you. So yeah, what you think about yourself is what you're gonna get back. But
And it goes back to journaling, right?
journaling is key. Yes.
Goes back to journaling, because in journaling, we're writing down, even with stuff, I need to be writing down what I did.
Because
And
you
finding,
forget. Just right.
getting lost in there and finding myself, and then okay, if I want to recreate the piece, it's like yeah.
It's like just like a recipe.
Yeah, journaling. So writing it down and then looking back at it helps. You know, when I'm in review, I'm critiquing myself. I open my book, and I try not to be too hard on myself, because we ain't perfect. I ain't perfect. I do my best. I know what I know, and I also know that there's much more to learn, and I'm not afraid of learning. But the journal helps me. It helps me see myself as I grow through this process. As this information comes to me that I'm unfamiliar with, and I'm downloading it, I'm also seeing it written down and reminding myself, oh, okay, well, this is that point. It's like the same thing the school was. Through school, you got a repetition, and by repetition, you became familiar. So do we have in our behavior patterns, and by patterns, we become familiar
become familiar, right? And so, and the key is to embrace the changes.
Yes.
First of all, you have to want the change, okay, and then embrace the change. And know it's going to feel uncomfortable, but you have to have you have to have discomfort in order to grow. Yeah. What do you think a growing pain is? You know, in order when kids are growing, yeah, they do ache and pain. They have those aches and pains. Those are growing pains.
Like the butterfly.
Right. They're growing pains. So you have to, if you want to, I'm not going to say you have to. If you want the change, you have to embrace the change. And it's funny when you were saying that, because I was listening. Like I said, I don't like change. You guys heard me earlier. I don't like change, but I love to learn. How is that? How is that? And when you were saying about learning, I'm like, wait a minute, I love to learn. So how the heck do I not like change?
You do, because you change through learning. You change through learning.
Aisha was right. She said journaling is powerful. It is.
Yes.
You know what? I don't like writing, if that makes sense. Writing down things. So sometimes I'll speak it into my notes. And the reason why I don't like writing is because when I start writing and I start writing real fast, I can't read what I wrote and I can't decipher it at all. And I'll try and I'm like, oh my God, I just wasted my time writing it and I don't even know what I wrote. So that's really, typing it or me speaking it into my notes or something like that, that works for me. I've heard people tell me, oh no, you need to write it down. What about people that don't know how to write? Because there's people that are illiterate and they don't know how to write. So
then, yeah, you can work. That's an excellent idea, because you still, if you play it back, you're still hearing yourself. Exactly. You're still hearing your pattern, and that's the key.
All through college, that's what I did. I taped all the lectures.
The key is seeing that pattern. The key is seeing the pattern.
Right. I didn't write notes in college. I didn't write notes. Now I'm thinking I didn't write notes in college. I always recorded the lectures. Okay. And I would sit there and listen to the lectures over and over and over and over and over again.
And then that's how you passed.
And that's how I passed.
I took notes. I had that pen out writing. I'd probably be able to
know I can't read my writing.
Yeah, I'd probably be
able to. I don't have messy writing until I start writing while I'm listening. And that's the issue. I can't write and listen. That doesn't happen. That just like that multitasking, they say something's going to be lacking somewhere. But hey, I've been conditioned to multitask. But also, I was also typing into things. So that's a difference. Maybe that's why I'm having a hard time with writing. That could be, and maybe I need to, that could be a block of mine. Maybe I need to overcome that. You know, it could be something I need to overcome. But where are we at?
We're at growth. Oh, journaling, taking accountability, seeing yourself as you are, changing your pattern, not being afraid of change.
Not being afraid to change. Right. Don't resist. Allow. Don't resist. Allow. When you resist, you make things harder on yourself. You experience more of the negative when you resist. For example, if you're trying to go about something and you're going about it the hard way instead of the smart way. What is it? I'm trying to think of something. Say you're hanging a heavy picture, okay? And instead of you making some kind of, or using something to help hold it up, or even using somebody else to help hold it up and put it up there, you decide you're going to try to do everything on your own. You're doing it on your own, you dropped the picture, you broke it, you dropped it on your foot, you broke your toe. So now you got to experience about hanging pictures. But you could have done it a lot easier and that wouldn't work. You know, that would have worked. So allow. If someone comes to you to make life easier, don't run them away. That's another thing. I was bad at that. People come to me, hey, trying to help me out. And because I was the one that always had to show up and help everybody out, I'm telling people, no, I don't need it. Knowing I need the help. And that was me blocking my blessings. That doing unto others as I want people to do unto me. And when the other people that were doing unto me, I'm shooing them away. No. So then I get into a period of nobody's coming to me for help, to help me. Nobody's offering help to me. And now I'm sitting here and I'm upset because I'm like, okay, I have nobody. They don't come to me for help, and they always come to me when they need help, but they don't come to help me out. But I just shooed 20 people away that came to help me out. I just told them, no, I don't need it. So the universe said, oh, you don't need help? Bet that. We're not sending nobody else to help you out. So now I'm sitting there looking stupid, talking about nobody helps me out. And we got to think about that. Think about it. You know, we do things like that. We're conditioned to do things like that. We're conditioned to be the victim. We're conditioned to look to someone else to save us.
Yeah.
And to me, that's the number one problem.
Gotta save ourselves. We gotta save ourselves.
There is no one that's going to come help us. There's nothing greater than you. Period.
And when you find yourself,
once we're connected to a greatness, now if we all come together, it's a force to be reckoned with. But you know what? Hey, that is not happening anytime soon. I'm not going to say it's never going to happen, but anytime soon is not going to happen. So
determination. When you take 2 steps forward, the universe will take 4 steps with you.
4. You know what? Just like that, the footprints poem. Just like the footprints poem. Yeah, they say it's Jesus. You know, they were wondering why all those times I was alone, there was one set of footprints. Well, that's because I carried you. You know, that's the same as when you let go and let God, or you let go of the resistance and allow. Same thing, y'all. Same thing. You make life easier.
Yes.
Work smart, not hard. How about that? Work smart, not hard.
Yes.
Hey. Somebody, they must be in the group. I don't know. We got a new person. Hey. So, you got anything to add? Anything to add so far?
I think this is fantastic that you're doing this, and it is okay, you guys, to go to zero. It's okay to have to start over, and it's okay. You give thanks through everything, even the so-called bad, so-called negative, or yeah, so-called negative events. Give thanks for the experience.
Good things are learning how to deal with it,
Give
right?
thanks for this lesson. Give thanks for the the moments, the time. Like I said, I match my sad thought with a joyful thought. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Doing that right now. You know what I'm saying? Just saying to give thanks, be thankful, be gracious for the opportunity to do or be present in those moments, and that you got through it to
Right.
be here in this now. Okay? Because whatever we
Exactly.
live through, we can teach. We can teach, y'all.
It's Miss Kelly Lee. That's who it is. I knew I was gonna find out who it was. It came up Facebook user, so I knew she had to be in the group.
Well, happy Friday, everyone, to the
Yeah,
degree that
happy
we can have
Friday.
that. Indeed.
Got the 4 introverts that don't go out. The 6 of us, we don't go nowhere. We be at home. That's all right. That's all
It's
right.
safe. Look, it's safe. I hope it fell in my box. I don't know where it fell. I heard it though.
Um, so one thing also we have to do is we have to learn how to work through our emotions.
Yes.
Now, a lot of times we don't want to work through the emotions because, just like the book says, because of what the emotion is attached to, the memory it's attached to. If you keep suppressing it, I know that's right. I stay right where my heart is content. Don't need the streets. Me either. Me either. Mm-mm. Not at all.
Let in the streets.
Ain't nothing in the streets, but street people. Anyway.
I thought it was at one time though, so I do understand the young people,
Oh, back in the day, no. When you know better, you do better. I remember the energies that there was out there. I remember feeling drained. And I had
Yeah,
a time. I might have had a good
yeah,
time when I was there.
yeah.
I
I
thought.
remember I remember having some good times, but I remember the energy. I remember when it shifted a certain, oh yeah, for me, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah,
So I
there.
mean, yeah, we all have phases. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, I told y'all my age. I'm 48. I'm like, I should have been a housewife a long time ago. Because I'm ready. I do all the housewife stuff. I mean, I do it for myself. Don't get me wrong. I ain't doing it for nobody else, but I do all the housewife stuff. Mm-hmm. Yep. And I do know people my age still. I love karaoke. I'm looking at getting a karaoke machine so I can put it in my basement and do it here. How about that? I'm gonna karaoke by myself, y'all.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
Be a star on set.
Mm-hmm.
You got YouTube, you can air it.
Exactly. No, I ain't gonna do all that. But yeah, so we gotta work through our emotions too. We gotta learn, we know what.
Holidays can get us down
Oh my God, holidays
in
really
that
get people
period
down.
now. Yeah, so
You have to figure out what your emotions are attached to. What is the memory that it's attached to? Is it a bad memory? Then
get rid of it.
and
Park it.
that's easier said than done. You
Yeah,
have to
park it.
shift the
Just park
energy
it.
of how you feel about it. Okay.
Right. And
Um,
again, give thanks for the experience, right?
give thanks for the experience. Number one thing, and this is one thing I had a hard time with that, and this is why I want to share it.
Okay.
And I still have, some issues with it, but it's like I have to think about it differently. And That's people telling me how they feel about me. And the funny part is I really don't care. I really don't care how people feel about me. But then I don't want them to feel that way about me because I know I'm not that way. So do I really don't care or what? You know what I mean? And I fight myself about it because I'm like, I don't care. Whatever. You ain't never got to talk to me again if you feel that way. And I don't care who it is. I'm telling you, I don't care who it is. But then again, I do want to know why you feel that way. And I understand that feeling. But the only thing I can do is I keep speaking it out. I can't change them and why they feel that way. So it's not up to me to figure it out. But guess what comes back up to me? But why? That's just something I have to combat. I don't like people to feel a certain way about me because I know I'm not that way. But guess what? I can't change you.
Can't change how to feel.
I'm still gonna feel some type of way about it. But
and I'm not going to be your definition. And just because that's what they have in their mind, it's not who I am. That's what they have in their mind. And I do separate that. So yeah, I do care. Like, damn, you know why? But like, okay, this trip here, Tiff, example for what you're saying to the whys. This trip, this is nowhere I planned. You know what I'm saying? If I was thinking total warm, sunny sky, ocean, you know, not snow and cold, you know. But this is where the universe opened the door for me. Mm-hmm. So I could have within my own resistive or not acknowledging the gift, you know what I'm saying? I could have gone on and went down there and I would have been caught in those sunny skies in a severe hurricane that came the same week I rolled out. But I went where the universe told me and didn't experience none of that.
See?
Yeah. So being opening myself to receive the messages, to take
let go of the resistance, and you allowed.
Yes.
And I like what Kelly says. She says, remember that we are viewed by others who have only met themselves so far in life. That's deep. That's true, you guys. And that's real true. We're worried about what other people think about us, but they are only so far in life. You know, we've already went through that judging other people, and you know what I'm saying? I know I have. I ain't gonna say I didn't. Yes, I can tell you one thing. I'm never racist, but I was very prejudiced. And I don't care who it was. And not even about color. Before I seen you, I didn't prejudged you. When I see you, I didn't prejudge you. And then when I talk to you, you might be something totally different. I'm like, oh, okay. I don't even do that any longer. I don't. I'm not going to make an assumption about someone until they show me who they are. And that works for me.
That's a wise thing, because the person who they show you who they are is who they are.
Mm-hmm.
Not
anything for longer than what, 3 months, is it?
Yeah, pretty much. And if you don't take heed to that warning at the first little oops, okay,
you start seeing yellow flags, man.
Like that post about deception. It's like, you know, the lie isn't the thing; it's the deception that's been going on. The lie after the deception was uncovered. You understand? So it's the deception that is the major concern, and people practicing deception. Same stone. Same stone.
Stone.
Oh, that's a lip gloss. Am I ash?
No, girl, put it on my lips.
I know, it just made me think about mine. I'm like, am I dried out?
No,
I got
actually,
eye.
look what it is. I might be addicted to it.
Nice.
And I love it.
Nice.
I love it.
Nice. And it's good for your lips, huh?
I guess I've been putting it on now. Look, I got another one too, but I like this one.
Okay. See, you're supposed to be up here. We be going live together in the same spot, putting on cannabis lip gloss.
That's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to stay
I
here.
know.
It was
I
so
know.
much more convenient for me to be here.
And it was in the stars. You know, we saw it was in the stars. It wasn't no traveling. They said stay in. You know, the ancestors said stay in and chill.
Kelly said we on it tonight.
Oh, trees.
No,
The
but
answer is blowing in the wind.
look, I love my hometown. It would have been inconvenient. It was an inconvenience. And I'm telling you, I'm still having like reservations in my head, like, oh my God, I hope they don't feel that wasn't nobody talking about here's $800 for you. Here's $300 for this. And then nobody do all that. That didn't happen. So why am I feeling like this? You guys, you see what I'm saying? It's like I'm human. I'm not I am not perfect by any means. I go through my own battles. But the thing is I keep speaking out the affirmations. Sometimes I be yelling them affirmations, be screaming like, look, you gonna get this, girl. You gonna get it. You are gonna get it. You're gonna get it. And it's still quick, but you know. No. It happens, y'all. I'm just trying to tell you it happens. So how do you get those negative thoughts to not come up? You don't. You just have to stand in the knowing that you have the power to change your thoughts. That's what you have to do. So you're not going to stop them.
Your mindset, your environment, your clothes, your underwear.
Right.
That's serious for some people, you know. Change your underwear. Take the mugs out, wash them out, and hang them for one night. And get back in them. You know. Clean up. So we got to clean up.
For those that feel deeply as we do are not what's wrong with the world. Yep, we are a small trickle of change that makes a difference. That's right. That's right. Small trickle, and it just takes a small trickle. Just like a drop of water can cause tremendous damage. You know, a drop of water can cause tremendous damage.
Many are called, but the chosen are few.
Yep.
Are you in the number? And we will be tried. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Somebody had to have love. Somebody had to have total 100% compassion for this world. Somebody had to see it and say that this was not right. All this stuff going on is something wrong with this picture. You know what I'm saying?
And you know what? And the thing is and all it is it's too much weight on the negative energy. It has to be changed around.
Imbalance. We got to balance. Right. And Big Mama's coming. You know what I'm saying? Big Mama's here for real. It's ladies' night. You know what I'm saying? Partner.
We go to war with ourselves, and that's true.
And it's not about a gender thing either. It's Mama's time. Mama is here, and Mama is saying no more. No more. You know, we crying for our sons. We crying for ourselves. We crying for our streets, our neighborhoods, our homes. We crying for our food, man.
That's what Kelly was saying. We go to war with ourselves to experience this. Man. Yeah. Like we want to make this change. And you know what? One thing we have to realize, and this is one block that a lot of us have. We want more for others than they want for themselves. Like, have you ever tried to help somebody so much and they slapping the heck out of your hand, like, leave me alone, leave me, no, you like, but let me, I got you. Let me help you. Oh no, but I see that, and they like, I said, leave me alone. You like, no, but I'm gonna help.
I want to help you.
I see it. I see your potential. I don't want you to pull my potential out, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I know that's me.
Can't and yeah,
And I know I've done it many a times.
leading the horse to the water. You can take them. You can hold the cup under their mouth, but it's up to them whether they're going to drink
You
or
can
not.
scoop the water in there. But if they don't swallow, what you gonna do?
Nothing.
What are you gonna do? And I know as an empath, that's one of our biggest toxic traits. That's what I'm gonna call it. I ain't gonna say it's not.
But an interesting thing to analyze. This is a couch moment.
Exactly.
Listen what I'm saying. I had a client who in the fourth stage of dementia, she had arrived at the point where she did not know to swallow. And so even though I was thickening her whatever, she was not swallowing. It would just be sitting in her mouth. I was eating some watermelon and it was just
I am addressing the comments.
It was just watery and juicy. And so I'm like, let me try this. So I put some watermelon in her mouth and she swallowed. Mm-hmm. So sometimes maybe what I'm saying that is a soliloquy with.
Bye. Thank you for joining us.
Helping somebody. I'm sorry.
No, I was answering. You can't see the comments, can you? I was answering the comments. See, only one of us see the comments.
Yeah. So maybe it's not necessarily water. You know what I'm saying? It might be watermelon or cantaloupe. Might be a different way that we need to reach ourselves.
Right.
And we all come from some degree of broken or have experienced some degree of broken or have been broken in some way, shape, form, or fashion through an interaction, relationship, a situationship, or what have you. You know what I'm saying? And so therefore, if we can love ourselves through our differences, you know, but the first thing we have to want is something different. We have to want change. Desire feeds the will. And then action on that desire is what's going to bring it into fruition. And maybe the medicine body. You know.
Mm-hmm.
We know it though. All right. I don't see the comment, so
that's
go
why
ahead.
I say a lot, this works for me. Because I can't push down what works for me and tell you, hey, it's going to work for you. I can't say that.
Yeah.
You know, I could tell you what I did, and then maybe you want to tweak it and do it your way. Kelly, is it Kelly? Yeah. You were speaking of our toxic trait as an empath. What if the answer is to not try and help at all? Be the blueprint and figure out how to stop self-sabotage. And that's key, right? That's what it is. That's what I feel it is. I'm gonna say that. That's what I feel it is. And right, exactly. And the thing is, that's what I'm saying about discernment. Who can you implement this with, and who do you not? You know, who do you help and who do you don't? That was a good one. That's true. And that's self-sabotage, I'm telling you. And even the people that keep coming to you for help, keep coming to you to help, but they don't want to take the steps to help themselves. That's another thing. Because all you're doing is draining yourself. If you got to repeat yourself over and 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 over again, then they're not taking something. Something's not being taken and implemented. Does that make sense?
Yes. Be well.
So you keep coming to me about the same problem, and I keep trying to give you solutions. You're not implementing these solutions, this advice. So why you keep coming to me about the same thing over and over and over again? At one point, I got to figure out how to save myself, stop self-sabotaging. Just like Kelly said, yeah, I'm self-sabotaging at that point, and because People are only can do what you allow them to do to you.
Yeah.
Feed somebody fish, they eat for a day. Teach them how to fish, they eat for a lifetime.
Yes.
Yes,
Someone
they are
else said
assholes. Yes,
that someone was told
Mama
they
said they are
see.
assholes.
Someone said they was told they see the good in everyone, but just because they see it doesn't mean they'll ever reach it in this lifetime.
Oh, you see the comments now?
Yeah, I figured out how to do it. There is such a thing. We should discuss this in depth.
Yes, that's what Aisha was saying. I'm gonna call her when we get off too.
Toxic positivity. Oh, you can be overly positive.
Yeah, and I feel like that's a lot. Like empaths has that, and I had to learn that too. I thought that it was my obligation to help everybody. It's not, because I was killing myself. No, and I had to learn that.
Yes.
I had to learn that.
Am
It's
I
not my
going
obligation
backwards?
to help everybody. What?
I think I'm back. I'm going backwards in the comments.
Why? What?
Yeah.
Your
Okay.
own good nature.
Yes, by
Yep,
your own
Blue
good
said
nature.
there's a feeling we get yoked up. And that's true. That's true. It's like I'm telling you, I'd be like, man, my saying was, I ain't gonna be able to die because I don't know what people gonna do without me. Yeah, I thought I was Wonder Woman. I was saving the world. that's what I thought. You know what I'm saying? Like this world would, you know how they say, when you die, the world just gonna keep going. I was like, it's not when I am. When I die, it's not gonna keep going because I'm doing too much for everybody else. And that I'm telling you, I was like, nope, the whole world just gonna be like,
The big crash.
I think I'm like, oh, Tiffany, go, no, it's stopping, no. And I'm telling you, I was like, yep, that's what's gonna happen. I can't die. I can't go nowhere. I'm gonna live forever because the world it's gonna stop. That's a toxic trait for you. That's awful. I felt
That's a
like
total
I
toxic
had to stay. I gotta stay forever so I can help everybody. I can't even sleep when I die. Nope. That's terrible.
Can't lay down. Can't lay down.
No. Get to the point you be like, okay, well, before I go to sleep, you know how the mamas and the grandmas do. Before I go to sleep, y'all need anything? I'm about to go to bed. Before you need anything, I'm about to go to bed. So let me know what you need before I go to bed. I ain't doing that no more. You better get it yourself. Learn. I help as much as I can, but I'm not going to overextend myself any longer.
When I'm tired, I'm tired. When I'm done, I'm done.
Yeah, because if I keep overextending myself, first of all, others are going to be like, she don't need no rest. I can go to her whenever I want to. They're not going to respect my time. They're not going to respect my mental.
You could become grumpy.
And then
unpleasant. Right. But and they won't know that that's why, that you've done too much.
I've been there too. I tell people all the time, I'm kind, I'm not nice. Meaning I'll do anything for you, but I'm going to cuss you out while I'm doing it because I don't want to do it. How about that? I don't want to do it. No. People that know me, no. Number one thing, don't ask Tiffany if she want to do it because she's going to tell you, no, she don't. But she'll say, no, I don't want to do it, but I'll do it. And I'll do it like that. And I expect you to say, oh, if you don't want to do it, then don't do it. But I know that's not going to happen. And so now what happens to Tiffany, she gets pissed off because they did not fall into what and do what I expected them to do. But that's my fault though. And you know what I'm saying? That's my fault. I'm blocking my own self and I'm allowing them to treat me any kind of way because I'm not speaking up because I don't want to hurt their feelings.
But all the while they're hurting yours.
But they don't care about, and you know what? What did I say earlier? That's mainly because people want to be an a-hole to others, but don't want them to be an a-hole to them.
Didn't feed the dialogue.
Human trait.
They didn't feed the dialogue correct.
The dialogue correct, right.
And just because we can do it all doesn't mean we're meant to. Yes,
exactly.
She's the person said in the hard way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And if you show it, they'll take it. Everything you want to give, the taker is going to take.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to give.
Uh-huh. And as long as you keep giving, you got to shut it off. It's up to you. Because they're going to sit there with their hand out. As long as you keep giving, they're going to keep their hand out. Read between the lines, exactly. People can only do to you what you allow them to do. That's it. Are you frozen? Huh?
I said, period. I was just reflecting on that. People can only do what you allow them to do.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you stay you're going to experience the energy. And again, so going back to journaling, write it down. You know, funny thing about how I first started, I would talk to people on the phone and I would write down what they said. For some reason, maybe that was my pre-college preparation or what. You know? Mm-hmm. But I would just write down what we were talking about in the conversation. And then if I talk to that person again, that's how I found like the storytellers, the deceivers, because they've either said one thing or I'd find a commonality with the guys. They all kind of use a similar line. Maybe they changed one word or exactly the same. You know, I noticed similarities. And that was the beginning. You know, it's like, oh, I need to keep a journal more often. Then I started seeing my own patterns like, dang, I wrote about this last year. So I need to change something in me because obviously it's something I'm doing that I'm seeing that same thing again. So even though I wrote back there last year, this wasn't going to happen again. Guess what? Here it is now, the next year, and I'm still going through the same kind of relationship or situationship, you know. So that means, okay, it's time for me to change the pattern. What do I need to do different? You know?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. That's true. That's true. So you want to go ahead and get off and we can come back tomorrow?
Okay. Okay.
So I want to thank you guys for joining. Jamie, thank you for joining me again. I appreciate you.
Oh, thank you
everybody in the audience for joining. I appreciate you. We will be back tomorrow. I'm going to say same bat time, same bat channel. Apologize for yesterday. But if life happens again, life will happen again. But we plan on being here tomorrow. So love y'all.
Bonne nuit.
See you.